In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and testing the Bluetooth Bagpipe Manometer by Eon Sound. So in this box, made in Canada, we have the Eon Sound Bluetooth Bagpipe Manometer. So let's not waste any time and get into this box here. The tape has been cut. Let's see what we got here. All right. So, this is what we got. How does this work? Okay, so it still has a cork, and it looks like it attaches to the top of the drone. I was wondering if this would go inside the bag, but no, it appears to be on the outside of the bag. It's got a little rubber band here. I think that'll attach to the drone. You can see on the back here, it's got a soft, rounded mount for where it will attach to the drone top. But let's take a look at the instructions and what's going on here. ESM1 Bagpipe Manometer. Congratulations on your purchase of the ESM1 Bagpipe Manometer. This package contains the ESM1 Bagpipe Manometer unit with sensing tube and cork, O-ring to attach the ESM1 to drone, and a micro USB charging cable. It did have a cable right here. It requires an Android or iOS device to run the manometer application and a USB charger. You will need to install the Bagpipe Manometer application from Google Play or Apple Store. You can find them by searching the Bagpipe Manometer or use the QR code below. So I'm going to grab my iPad and get the app on there. All right, and as of right now, that is what the app looks like. Bagpipe Manometer under education. Go ahead and get that. All right, I'm going to turn it on. It's got a nice bright blue light on it when turned on. I'm scanning for the ESM1 device. It has been found. It says it's at 30%, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, let it get a full charge, because that's what the quick guide says to do. And yes, we'll be back in just a moment when this thing is up and ready, and I'll see which bagpipe I want to test this with. All right, we have the ESM1 fully charged here, so let's go ahead and attach it. Today I will be using these on my Robbies by McGillivray and Dunbar. So we have the device here. It's a little hook. You can put the O-ring on, go around the drone. And again, it's nice and squishy on there. I'm not worried about the mount hurting anything here. So we have it on the outside tenor here. Go ahead and get the blowpipe in, chanter in, set everything up, and let's see how this thing's working. I want to take just a moment and thank all the members of my Patreon community. You'll see their names scrolling up right now. These are folks that contribute monthly to the channel. I'd love to add your name to this list. There's a number of perks you can get, so go over there, check it out, and thank you, all of you guys. It really does make these videos possible. .2 there, but it is quite sensitive, which is great. You know, if you can keep this thing from moving, that'd be awesome. I don't know if that's possible. So let's give like a good classic 3-4 or something and see how I do. an 81. I got a solid B minus right there. Average pressure was 26.7, maximum pressure was 29.9, and minimal pressure was 15.7. I don't know if I actually dropped all the way down to there. I think the channel would cut out. But in any case, let's go back into these settings and we're going to go ahead and capture the audio this time and maybe listen back to see if you can really hear when my pressure isn't quite what it needs to be. All right, 86.3, that's pretty good. My average pressure was 25.7, so the read has eased in a bit since I started. I played for 45.9 seconds. Maximum pressure was 27.8, and the minimum was 15.8, but I believe that was at the strike in. But let's see if we can go back and maybe listen to what it captured here. So we can see I started a little bit lower pressure. When I got to the high A's in line 2, I kind of picked up my pressure just a little bit and then stabilized quite a bit from there. Well, that was an interesting finish. This thing is pretty cool. So this definitely could be a tool for you to get your pressure under control. I'm going to be using this for a while. I'd like to get into the 90s, but the 86 that I got here is much better than the 70s I was getting earlier. So just having this feedback in a couple of minutes already improved the steadiness of my own blowing here. So I imagine it could do the same for all of you guys too. I also teach online bagpipe lessons. Head over to www.commandyourbagpipe.com or email me at the address you see here, and we'll get you going. I'm working with folks from all over the planet, and I hope to work with you soon. So the price of this unit as of this recording, which is May of 2026, appears to be somewhere between 150, 160 US dollars, and it's 185 Canadian. So it's not the least expensive option out there, but it is pretty cool that you get this app, you get real-time feedback on the screen, you can have a recording of your playing and really kind of watch and see, because it tracks both your pressure and where you're at in the tune, so you can kind of have that auditory feedback about what that variance in pressure is really doing for you, which is super handy. And I really don't notice the weight of the manometer on that outside drone. I didn't feel anything kind of pulling it down. It doesn't weigh that much. The little O-ring to put on was just a little bit tricky to kind of get your fingers up and under it, but I'm sure if I do it a few more times, I'll get used to it. And now my job is to see if I can't get my score again into the 90s rather than the 70s to high 80s. I got a solid B there at the end, but we can do better than that. So I'm going to be working on it myself. Well, there you go, everybody. The ESM1 Bagpipe Manometer by Eon Sounds, available at all sorts of places. I just looked it up on Google, and it was, at many, many bagpipe retailers. So whatever market you're in, I'm sure you can get your hands on this cool app and device right here. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and until next time, I'm Matt Willis. Cheers.